Hello and welcome to my knitting podcast. I don't know which episode we're on, but today is a special one because we have a special guest. You might know her, Lily. I've knit one or two designs of her.
Just one or two.
One or two.
A couple.
Lily came to visit me just like 5 days ago or something.
It feels like I've been here about 2 weeks.
It does.
But yeah, I arrived in Iceland on Thursday evening, and we went to Rybeck. We just had a little quick jolly across the Atlantic, as one does, to Rhinebeck.
Yeah, Lily came. So I got a work trip going to upstate New York, and I thought Lily would be a good travel partner.
Try my best.
So I invited her to come with me, and she's been behaving. That's good. First step. She arrived a bit late. I wasn't happy about that.
It was not my fault. Only a slight 11-hour delay on the way here.
Only slightly, yeah. It was quite a mess. The weather was really, really bad when Lily was supposed to come. And I was just happy that the flight didn't get cancelled. It was only delayed by 11 hours.
Yeah, delay we can cope with. Cancelled, not so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made it eventually on Thursday night to some beautiful weather.
It's probably one of the most grim nights I've had in Iceland.
It was pretty grim.
Yeah.
But we made it okay.
Yeah.
And then we flew to upstate New York on Friday night, evening, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Time zone changed things. And then went to Rhinebeck on Saturday morning. Met lots of lovely people, and if all goes to plan, there will be a vlog of that on my channel.
Yes.
Our approach has been a little chaotic to this whole vlogging, filming malarkey, so I'm not quite sure what we'll have in the end. But we filmed quite a bit of footage between us. Whether it's any use or not is a different story. But yeah, hopefully there will be a vlog of that on my channel soon.
Should be coming out first, I think.
Who knows? Depends who manages to get their shit together first. Probably not me. So yeah, it was a fun experience, Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we went. From what I've seen, there seem to be a lot of people have had negative things to say about other events of the weekend, but we had a generally very positive experience at Rhinebeck. Yeah. I didn't really know what to expect because I've never been before, so.
I went the year before on my own, and I felt a little bit awkward being there on my own, just because it's a really big event. There's probably thousands of knitters, I would say.
Oh yeah, easily.
Several.
Tens of thousands probably. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
A lot.
Busy. A lot. And first time I went, I was very lost on my own, and I didn't know what to expect, didn't know where to go. I was running around like a chicken trying to find the right yarn for the right project, and I completely overestimated my abilities of making a decision in a quick, short time period. So this time, I thought
I did not help with that at all.
I thought I'd bring some help, which was semi-productive. Lee was no help in choosing yarn.
Nope. No help in the slightest, really. No. So we thought, we'll do a bit of a recce. We'll do one lap looking around, which I always think is a good idea at yarn shows rather than just buying straight away. And that seems to be what everybody does, is like, you do your first lap, then you maybe go for some lunch and a break, and then you go back and buy things. But obviously we didn't particularly, we had to leave at like 1:30.
Yeah.
Which still gave us like 4 hours. We were running half an hour behind schedule. I don't really know why. What were we doing?
I know why. Because you didn't charge your phone and we had to find a battery.
Oh yeah, that was right. And buy an umbrella.
And buy an umbrella because the weather wasn't so nice.
No, not particularly. So yeah, but we still had 4 hours, and it felt like we've got loads of time. We've done our lap round, and then somehow the next like hour and a half we kept bumping into people, which was lovely, and like that was the main thing that I would have wanted to happen. Like I wasn't that bothered about buying loads, just kind of wanted to see people. But yeah, then we were like, right, we've got 15 minutes before we need to leave. I can't leave empty-handed because that just feels wrong. When I wanted yarn like more as a souvenir, really, but a useful souvenir in an ideal world.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to go separate ways. Be like, right, you go to your shop where you thought you'd found something, and then we had to go and make some quick decisions. We had 15 minutes before we needed to leave, and it was stressful. And that was like at peak busy time as well, when there was 50 million people trying to buy the same skein of yarn.
Yeah.
Panic. My heart rate was going.
You just went for it.
I did, because I thought I didn't want to do what I've done many times at yarny events and buy like one skein that's pretty, but then not particularly useful, and then you can't make anything with it, and then you just, because you think, oh, I don't want to buy 5 skeins if I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll buy one, but 5 would have been a whole lot more useful than one. So I didn't want to do that. And I know that I didn't particularly want like variegated yarn. I wanted a solid, but want something a bit different. And anyway, I'll just show it. Not that you can particularly see very well here anyway, but I bought 5 of these yin yang. No. Loop is the brand, I think. Loop
so.
Fibre Studio Yin Yang Worsted, I think, is the yarn. Might have got things a bit wrong there.
Close. I think the camera does this product view.
Is it picking it up? I don't know. Maybe this is a job for daylight. We'll have to film some extra bits in daylight. Like, I don't know why I'm bothering. So yeah, I bought 5 of these in the shade. I haven't got my glasses on. What does it say?
Simple.
Oh, interesting. Didn't even look at that before. Did I buy 5? Yeah.
What kind of colour is it?
Like a sort of burgundy. I think the light strand is sort of like a beigey, either a beige or a dusky kind of pink. I can't remember now, but it's a lighter colour. So I think the main thing with this yarn seems to be the yin yang colourway. So this one's like 3 strands of dark with 1 strand of light, and it comes with its like partner that's 3 strands of light and 1 strand of dark, and they had all the options there. So I did consider getting that half and half, and then I thought, no, I would need a proper design in mind for that, and was just all a bit frantic.
Just a little bit.
So I just did it and was like, okay, we go. Which is maybe not the best way to buy things, but
it was, I think it was productive at least. Like there were a few other things that we had our eyes on. There was some really nice cashmere yarn. I can't remember where it was, but we kind of. I think I would have not remembered where it was.
No, that's one of the earlier ones we went in, wasn't it? But because they were tripping up over my own words. There weren't as many yarn vendors as I expected. There's more vendors selling, like, I've never been to Rhinebeck and I hadn't really done any research because I was like, oh, I'm just tagging along and I'll follow you. So I have done 0 planning whatsoever for this trip. But yeah, there weren't as many as I expected for the size of event compared to like Yarndale or what's it called? The one in Unravel, yeah, or others that I've been to in the UK, which have just probably had more yarn vendors per square metre of the place. So yeah, it was interesting. It wasn't quite what I expected, not in a good or bad way, just slightly different. But yeah, it was really good. I'm interested to see how it compares to, because we're going to, it's just called Barcelona Knits, isn't it?
I think so.
Barcelona Knitting Festival or something like that.
Yeah.
Next month. So I'll have done Yarndale in September, Rhinebeck in October, Barcelona in November. Just, why not?
You do.
Just make all my trips yarn related. So it'll be interesting to see how that compares.
Yeah. But I think it was like really fun. I think the best thing about the whole festival was that we met so many people that we knew.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, both people from Europe and from America. You met loads of testers of yours and like spotted quite a few of your patterns as well in a while.
Yeah, a few, which was really nice to see.
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased that we bumped into so many people, given that we hadn't planned like, oh, let's meet up on the hill at 2 p.m. or anything like that. It was very random.
Absolutely.
Just
and
by chance, like we bumped into them. That is how it went. We hadn't planned to be at a certain time or a certain place or anything. So
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
I think that was the best part about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bit sad that kind of at the time that they all arrived, we kind of had to leave. I think that was a little bit of a...
Yeah, there were a few people that was like, oh no, you will be like passing ships. So we won't get to see, but it's what it is. Yeah, it was a fun experience. Thank you for bringing me along.
Oh, no worries.
Be a little
I might take you again.
I get invited.
She's been a very good travel partner. Good support.
Thanks.
Most of the times.
Most of the time. What have I done?
Well, I had to drive you everywhere, didn't I?
I drove when I could.
Yeah, that's true. I taught Lily how to drive on the right side of the road, which is
wrong side.
Really good. On the right side.
No.
And the correct side. So she's had a good...
I've done alright at it, I think.
Yeah.
Parallel parked in one go today and I flipping nailed it, thanks.
Yes. You only took one parking spot for two.
I did not. I was right in there, essentially.
No.
Never mind.
No, it was really good. Honestly,
Thanks.
I was impressed. Yeah.
So we've packed a lot into the last few days.
Yes, we have.
Some of it in the vlog. Some of it we didn't vlog anything on Sunday. It's probably for the better.
We kind of needed to like decompress.
Yeah. So we came home, slept.
Sunday morning, slept. Yeah.
And then we wore matching poison apple tops. Photo here. I'm trying to do the point thing. Photo.
Did we take a picture?
Yeah.
Did we?
With our cocktails.
Oh, we did as well.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We took photos there. And then, it's probably for the better that no more of that day was documented. Put it that way.
Well, there are some pictures, but not for
for public consumption.
Absolutely not. It was a good night.
Yeah, night, both. Night by the time we got home. Yeah. So we had slightly sore heads on Monday. We'll put it that way. But I think we made the most of. We had a great day on Monday.
Yeah. So we went for a nice long walk on. Well, long. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was quite long. About
so we
10k in total, according to my watch.
We wanted to go to see a really nice waterfall. Unfortunately, like we didn't quite pre-plan and like we couldn't do the original route because the half of the route was kind of not fenced off but closed because it's already kind of winter here or the beginning of winter, so we couldn't cross one river. Normally there's like a lock over the river so you can cross and go onto the other side of the water or of the river, but yeah, that wasn't possible anymore, so we had to kind of freestyle a little bit and just do the same route up and down, but it was still super nice.
Yeah, it was still really nice.
And you will have been able to see some footage of that in the vlog. We don't need to insert another picture.
No, it's fine. So what did we wear that day? Oh, I stole one of your sweaters.
You stole one of my sweaters.
And it made me realise I need a proper like outdoor sweater. Or not that my others are indoor sweater, but like a more rustic, more hard wearing sweater. Right. All mine are not particularly ones that I would go hiking in.
Yours are like too good
go shopping or
like
something
too fine quality to they like might rub or something. Whereas the Icelandic wool like Letlopi or Alafaslopi, they're like they can take walking. Yeah.
So yeah, we wore those that day.
Yeah,
and we went to a thermal spring. What do you call it?
Yeah, like a thermal bath, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. We didn't take any pictures there. We just left the cameras. That's fine.
Yes, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Don't be that person. Don't bring a camera to a spa. Just enjoy it for others.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a lovely time.
If you want to look it up, it's called Kvamsvik. It's in Hvalfjord, just about 40...
I think you best write that in the caption because I haven't got a clue what you just said. You say these things and I'm like, it's a syllable, but I have no idea what order the letters might come in. Be taking a random guess.
Okay.
But it was very nice.
Yeah, it's just like 45 minutes drive from Reykjavik, and it's like a really nice small spring bath, whatever you would call it.
But like by the fjord.
Yeah, it's by the fjord, and you can like, if you're brave enough, which we weren't, you can even go and bath in go into the sea, swim there, and go back into the hot tub. But we didn't do that.
No,
we were
like nope.
Just enjoying the warm hot tubs. And there's even a sauna, but we didn't even do that. We were like...
I get the dizzies a bit too easily for that.
Yeah.
So that would have been a bad idea.
But we were like stargazing, was really nice. The sky was clear. There was maybe a hint of northern lights, but...
We couldn't quite tell if it was a hint of northern lights or a bit of moonlight on a cloud.
Yeah.
Either or. But we did see the northern lights on the way back.
Oh yes, we did as well.
From the air, which was very nice.
That was nice.
What else was I going to say? I forgot. It was really so this is my first time in Iceland, and it was a very nice selection of places that you've taken me.
Oh.
Because obviously you kind of want to see a bit of the city and a bit of the countryside and a bit of a hot spring and all these sort of things that Iceland's known for. But I wasn't particularly like, oh, I've got to go to this top 10 tourist thing or anything like that.
We didn't really do any like top 10 tourist lists.
No, but I still feel like obviously the things on the top 10 list are generally for good reason, because they're impressive. So I'm not like being snobby about it or anything, but these felt like nice alternatives. Like you get to see these kind of places, but without it being the one that everybody goes to.
Yeah.
With getting a little tour guide.
I'm
personal tour guide.
I'm glad to hear that. I try to do like a good mix of activities, so it's not too boring.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings me to the first question.
Oh, okay.
Because
I don't know what these questions are. She wouldn't let me see.
No, I told her to stop being so curious. So I posted a story on Instagram asking if you had any questions for us, because we were planning on filming this episode. We haven't had planned to film it so late, so
if we were more organised, we would have done it this morning, but oh well.
Well, yeah, but we had other things to do this morning. We had to buy yarn. So
more on that later.
More on that later. So first question, just works now with this. How do you like Iceland, Lily?
I love it. I really love it.
What do you like most?
What do I like most? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the mix of things that like you can be in the city and there's it's got good nightlife and things going on and everything, but then like out in the countryside really quick, and the horses everywhere, which just brings me a lot of joy.
Oh, we went riding.
We went riding.
Yeah.
We didn't think we would be able to actually go riding, so we thought they'd have gone out for the winter.
Yeah, but we just kind of snagged the last.
Yeah, we went for like a little half an hour tilt.
So Icelandic horses have a special gate, or two extra gates that most breeds can't do. And Lily got to try the tilt.
I did. It's very fun.
Yeah.
So we did that. I love that that's like a big thing here as well.
Yeah.
Knitting and horses are both a huge part of Icelandic culture. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of knitted sweaters and there's a lot of horses about, so I mean I'm going to assume so.
Yeah.
And that's you. And then these are things that you do and these are things that I do. So I'm like, perfect.
It's like really funny because like...
Oops, dropped a stitch. Never mind, carry on. I'll fix it.
Yeah. Have you got your glasses on?
No, but I can do it by... Carry on. Talk amongst yourselves. Carry on.
I can't remember what we were talking... Oh, we were talking about it. Sweaters and horses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that's a big thing of Icelandic culture. Actually, yes. So that was fun taking Lily on one of those rides. Mm-hmm. Because it's actually like one of the things we connected.
Yeah.
By? How do you say?
I don't know. Your English is probably better than mine, to be honest.
So, yeah. Through. That's how we connected. Through.
That's the one.
It's like our we have we follow each other's horse stories.
Yeah. It's like
yarn stories.
knitting account. Horsey account.
Yeah.
It's just, which is it today? Is it yarn or is it fluffy horse?
Yeah,
one or the other.
So sometimes I don't know on which account I've spoken to Lily, whether it was my private account or my knitting account. But yeah, if it has to do with horses, then usually my private and knitting.
So it's nice to combine the two.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, friend that does both, in country that does both.
Yeah.
Yay! Makes me very, very happy.
Yeah. That was so much fun.
I was like trotting along with a big grin on my face.
Yeah, she was.
That's probably accurate, the bouncy thing.
That was me, that was Toad, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like just sitting there. Could have had a pint of beer.
That's probably a challenge, isn't it? I bet they do that.
They do that on like shows, like when they like present the Icelandic horse, they usually ride around with like a big beer glass
Well, one for next time.
One for next time, maybe. All right. We were talking. We were talking about Monday when we went for a walk, and then today was it yesterday? Yeah, we went for a walk yesterday, and then today we just had a chill morning, kind of. I woke up.
We still did quite a bit. You woke up early.
I woke up early. I was like kind of jet lagged or whatever time zone I was in, and then you got up a little bit later.
Yeah.
And then we just had breakfast at home. Went to 2 yarn shops.
Mhm.
Had a coffee, kind of.
Yeah. Why can't I speak? I always find it interesting looking in yarn shops in different countries and kind of seeing what sort of things are on offer. And obviously, each shop's gonna be very different. But the first one what was the first one we went in today? I have no idea what these places are called.
I'll look it up.
First one. That had sort of a selection of some Iceland. No, it didn't really have much Icelandic.
No.
Mainly American and Scandinavian brands, and you wore
mainly. I would even say mainly Scandinavian. Mainly drops. It was mainly
quite
drops.
a lot of drops, yeah. Which you bought some, didn't you?
I bought something. It was called.
She was influenced by me.
Yeah. Influenced by her and her outfit today.
Mm-hmm, which brings me onto my first finished object, well, my only finished object actually, that I'm wearing my hopelessly devoted cardigan. I've just realised I've been sat very slumped, haven't I?
That's alright.
Sort my posture out. And I'm wearing my pyjama bottoms, so we're all about the glamour today. This is my hopelessly devoted cardigan, which is a design from 2021, but I wanted a plainer version because my original is variegated and pink, and there's just quite a lot going on. So this is in Drops Melody.
I've got some.
Yeah, so it feels like I wanted it to feel like a new design, even though it's not. But I think it has a very different feel in the fluff.
Yeah.
And it knit up super quick, super easy.
Is it itchy at all?
No, I'm wearing it over a thermal today, but
Does it itch here when you?
No, I would happily wear it without. That was just because it's really warm inside places here in Iceland.
It is.
Like boiling. They really crank the heating up over here. So I've always worn something underneath, then you can strip off to just having like a normal layer, if need be, which I did need to. So. This is a not new design, really, but someone was influenced.
Yeah, so I bought the yarn, you have it there.
So, yeah.
You have a sample, no, yeah. Somewhere.
Is it in that bag?
Yeah, it's on the bottom of that one.
Is it?
Yeah. So Lily said I only need 4 skeins of that for that, and so I bought 4 skeins of the light.
I can't remember what it's called.
It doesn't say. It's colour 23, it's like a light rosé.
Blush
rosé.
Somewhere between a blush and a beige, really.
Yeah.
It's a very, very subtle pink.
Yeah.
That I have a any-day cardigan in progress in, a cardigan that currently doesn't have sleeves. I brought that thinking I might do the sleeves while I was here, but then I've just knit sock.
One sock.
Yeah. I'm not too far off finishing that sock. No. It's just been easier to carry that around rather than this, and this sheds fluff everywhere.
Exactly.
When you're actually knitting it. So, this was on 6mm needles, even though the original pattern is on 7s, so it's just a little bit snugger. And I bought 5 balls, but it only used 4. So if you're up for playing yarn chicken, then 4.
Well, I could just finish both sleeves.
Well, not really, because you have to do the button bands and the neck, so you can't really like knit till you run out, unless you can very accurately guess how much this. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Because you can always make it a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I bought 4 of those, and I'm gonna copy the style because cardigans are really useful here. Like I'm wearing one of your designs as well today.
Mm-hmm. I brought my identical one with me.
Yeah.
Wait, you are wearing yours.
Yeah. The Calm Down cardigan by Lily.
We haven't taken a matchy picture in them.
Oh no.
Oh. Other than that slobby one on the sofa. That'll have to do.
That'll have to do. Yeah.
We haven't had time.
No, we haven't had time.
We've worn lots of matching outfits. We wore some beautiful matching overalls to go riding. That was stunning, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then our matching piping sweaters at Rybeck.
Yeah.
And then poison apple tops.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't match today.
And then calm down cardigans.
Yeah, but we haven't worn those other than to sit on the sofa. That doesn't really count.
That was matching.
It was matching, okay.
Then we had matching locker paces.
Oh yeah?
When we went for a walk.
Mm-hmm. Locker pacer. I like that word, it sounds so cute.
And today we weren't matching.
No.
No. But I like the cardigans are really useful because, as Lily said, it's always really warm wherever you go. Inside. And then you need just like a little bit of a warmer layer to go outside. Yeah, so we went to the first yarn shop where I bought some yarn, which I was not planning on doing, but well, guess you have to when you have the right company.
Being an enabler.
Yeah.
Enabling. She bought four balls. I did not.
You bought 4 kilos? No.
4 kilos of Lopi.
No, you bought 2 kilos, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 kilos. To be
Was
fair,
it 2? I think it was. Was it?
Wait, what? A kilo? No.
Yes, it was even more.
20 balls. 20
no, you paid
doodahs.
Yeah.
What are they called? Plates.
Plates.
But each one's 50 grams.
They're 100 grams.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, shit, I worked. Oh well. I've got room in my suitcase, it's fine. And it's, and the guts have all fallen out. I've never done I've used...
It's called Plutolopi.
I've not used Plutolopi before. So I'm not familiar with this business of them all being attached together by the guts in the middle. This is a new one on me.
This is when you buy them like here in the store. If you buy them...
So we bought them at the Icelandic Knitting what was it called?
At the Icelandic Hand Knitting Association. Oh, that's a word that kills me.
Association.
Association.
Well done.
God. Oh, there you go.
Kind of smells like soap.
It smells fully sheepy, doesn't it?
That one's more sheepy, this one's more soapy.
It does. Even though this is like a neutral colour, even the neutral colours are dyed, I believe.
Oh, okay. You won't be able to see a single thing in here. This one looks completely black, but is actually... Is it called Galaxy or something?
I don't know if it's called like that. I called it like that.
I just assumed that you knew what you're talking about.
I only know a few colourways. This is white.
Genius over here. Well done, Einstein. This is black.
This is not black. It's not a black. It's like it's a galaxy color. I know
it's got lots of little flecks in it, but there's no point me holding that up now because you can't see a single thing.
You'll have to check out.
You'll have to take my word for it.
Lily's Instagram in the next few weeks.
Okay.
And check it out.
So yeah, I bought more than I expected, but I think I saw that's what was it in the first shop with the loose one. I don't know what this gesture is.
Yeah, you saw like a...
This is the sweater. So it's hanging in the window, and obviously you're used to seeing the Icelandic sweaters that look sort of quite heavy, quite firm, outdoorsy, rugged, and knit, not a tight gauge, but like reasonably dense. And this one that was hanging in the window looked quite... At first glance, I thought it was like a couple of strands of mohair together, and then it was only when I looked at it closer that I realised it was... I think it was one strand of this and one strand of mohair, or maybe just one of this, but knit at quite a loose gauge, and it was really airy and loose, like looked like it would be a loose fitting sweater, and I just sort of thought I liked that idea, not to do that design, but just to use their yarn for that kind of a fabric. So I thought, oh well, maybe if I do, and I know I wanted some dark sweaters in my wardrobe because I've made a lot of light and bright ones. So I thought a loose knit but dark coloured sweater. So I knew I wanted the dark, and then got a bit carried away, didn't I?
Yeah.
So what's the other one? So
like
oatmeal,
no?
I would say, oatmealish.
I think it might be even called.
If this makes it home in my suitcase without being so tangled, that'll be a miracle. This colour is absolutely not a me colour normally.
No.
Like, I usually shy away from warm, sort of earthy tones because I'm so pale and pasty and pink. Like, that's just my skin tone. Like, I'm not Miss Olive skinned over here. I'm just not. So normally I'm very much like red, blue, white, cool tones. But then I borrowed a sweater yesterday. I don't know what I'm doing there. It was this one, wasn't it?
It was exactly that one. It's called Dark Ember Heather. I only know it because I've knit so much in it. It's,
well,
yeah.
And I surprisingly liked it. Like, sometimes I think it's good if you borrow things or someone just tells you to wear it that isn't necessarily something that you would go out and think, I'm going to knit a whole sweater in that and, you know, dedicate a chunk of time to it, but you just then wear it and think, oh, actually, it can change your mind.
Yeah.
So I thought, go on then, give it a whirl. And how much were these? Like, I think they're about £4.80
each. Yeah.
Each.
I don't even know.
So, and you only need, you said 4 would be more than enough for a sweater, didn't you?
Yeah. Like I use around 320 grams per jumper.
Yeah. So it's like
double, like as a main color, then you have to have like a contrast.
Yeah. So for the main body of a sweater to be like less than £20, I thought, well, I may as well. I don't even know how much it costs in the UK.
I'm just looking it up.
But I assume there'll be some sort of import price on it. But I've got room in my suitcase and it doesn't weigh much, so I was like, sod it.
Okay, it costs £7.30 in the UK.
Yeah, and I paid like £4.80 per thing here, so.
Well done, actually. I didn't realise.
Yeah.
That's kind of a lot when you buy that much.
Yeah. So I got an easy 4 sweaters worth, probably more if I wanted to use every last scrap.
Yeah.
Then I could probably get like 5 or 6 sweaters out of it for, I think I paid £88.
Yeah. I
think that's not bad going.
No.
So then I got myself in a bit of a tiz.
You got this one as well?
Trying to figure out, and then I kept just feeling drawn to the pink. So I was like, I'll be predictable and go lily pink. Kiliana will be proud of me.
Yes. That's kind of Kiliana's purchase.
Yeah, she'll probably want to steal it from me, but no. You can borrow it. You
can bring her some.
She can have some. Yeah. But 4 different base colours. So there's pink, this oatmeal-y one, the dark galaxy black thingy, and then that burnt whatever it is.
Dark Ember Heather.
That one. And then trying to decide what I thought, rather than trying to pick a specific, like this is going with this and this is going with this, I'll just buy like a few that I think would be generally useful, because obviously you're only going to need a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it was which one that did you use? Was it the pink one that you made that you used tiny flecks of this?
Yeah, I used a little bit of that, and then I can't remember the name of it, but the yellow.
Yeah, I think
that's really nice.
I thought having the white would be really useful, that sometimes even if it's just like one round, it just lifts an item if you've got something that is proper contrast. And then obviously I've got little bits of that, so whether I want a highlight or a low light, I've got
you've got
contrast there.
You're pretty much covered there, aren't you?
Yeah, I kind of...
Did you go for the bright red?
I think I did, yeah, because I just kept feeling drawn to it, like... I know you weren't so sure, were you? Because you said the rest of them are heathered, and I totally get that logic, that if the rest of them are heathered colours and then you put one solid colour in, then it makes it look dirty, and I totally get that. But I just liked it.
She just ignored
it.
Fair enough. She knows more about design anyway.
I just like having a zinger. Something that really almost clashes.
Yeah. Let me quickly check if it's still recording. One second.
Oh, it better bloody had be.
Stop swearing. I have to cut it out.
I'm not swearing bad. We can have that. It's okay. We've said far worse in the last one. We're not going to pretend to be saints. Well, this... Oh, maybe move your brew out of the danger zone. They're a bit inconsistent sizes, aren't they?
Yeah. I think they're like more tightly spun out than others. Probably depends on...
oh dear me.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you can't even see it all. But yeah, it's a lot of yarn.
It is a lot of yarn.
But at a good price.
A good price, and I think by getting a few options, I will make a lot more out of it, rather than if I just tried to pick, right, this is one sweater and that's it.
Yeah.
I think this is a more efficient way of going about it.
Yeah, and you don't have to like design everything in one year. You could...
No, I'll keep it in the... I might design one this year and then a few next year. I don't know, because obviously now it's like the end of October. So when this is a wintry sweater, then I'm like, is it too late? Should I really have done that by now? But then if it's like more of a cardigan, then that's an all year round. I don't know. I'm talking rubbish. But yeah, it's a lot of yarn, but I still think it's a reasonably sensible selection.
I think so.
For a good price.
So 2 kilos.
That's that story.
Of yarn.
I rambled about that for a while, didn't I? Spun a yarn there. Shut up with dad jokes.
Okay.
Oh, my head.
Well, that was successful.
Yeah. You haven't shown what you bought at Rybeck.
Oh, I didn't
over to you.
Oh yeah, over to me. I didn't. Wait.
Where is
it?
it?
That been away? Oh, at Rhinebeck, I only bought. I did like a last minute purchase as well. Call it panic purchase, because we
did have your eye on it before, but
yes,
you had to
did.
make a quick decision about whether you were going to actually buy
I kind
it.
of didn't need any yarn. Lily knows the reason
Does
why.
we ever? Does we ever?
Lily is staying in my yarn room, so she knows firsthand that there's enough.
Yeah, but the way that you spoke about it, I was expecting it to be like the room is bursting at the seams. It's not that bad.
Well, you saw the big bag that fell out of the cupboard today.
Well, yeah.
When I opened the door. Yeah, so I have a good portion of yarn, but to be fair, mostly it's like sweaters quantities, like not little bits.
We saw people walking around near Yarndale and Rhinebeck with far more bags than us.
What do you mean? I don't understand that.
We were quite restrained. There were people with like 5 shopping bags each.
Oh yeah, I thought you saw them walking past with more bikes. I'm like, what bikes?
Nobody was biking anywhere.
Sometimes we have like slight problems to understand each other. It's fine.
Oh dear me.
Yeah. Never mind. So yeah, I had my eyes on this yarn. We walked through the bookstore, and there was the pom-pom store. Mm-hmm. And they had this Odang, what is it? Merino? No. What is it called? Alpaca.
Alpaca, yeah. Is it Surrey?
It doesn't. Oh yeah. 26% silk and 74% Surrey alpaca. And it's like dark burgundy red, I'd say. No? Is it burgundy?
Red wine-ish.
Red wine-ish.
Yeah.
That's from Farmer Daughter Fibers. And I kind of really like the colour.
It was on the pom-pom stand, wasn't it? I'm not sure what the arrangement is, if that's like a pom-pom exclusive colour or...
I don't know.
But it was there.
Pom-pom press, probably. It says it on here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Figured it out. But I like the colour, and I thought that would be nice. I never really made anything just out of the alpaca, Surrey alpaca, so I thought I'd give it a go. Mm-hmm. And 3 skeins should be more than enough to do a sweater, right? Or not? Single-stranded.
Yeah, if it's single-stranded and reasonably airy, then...
You said I could make one out of 2.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Wait, what? Did I?
I think you said.
Talking up my
I only
arse.
went for... Stop swearing, you! I have to cut it out. 328 yards per 50 grams.
Yeah, you'll be fine, definitely.
I'll be fine with 3.
Or you could hold it with something if you wanted to, or you've got options.
I've got options, but I kind of like maybe the idea.
So we had a bit of a colour palette. Unintentionally. You weren't with me when I bought that either. I was getting my knickers in a twist trying to figure out what colour to buy.
Yeah, you wanted to have blue one, like a teal one that you saw.
No, well I thought, so we bumped into the ladies from Wool and Wine.
Oh, yes.
Hi, if you're watching. It was so lovely to see you, and now I'm going high pitched again. What is it with me? I was like,
high pitched Lily.
I got excited.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so we bumped into them, and it was so lovely to see them. And they'd all purchased some of this loop yarn. I'm come to think of it, I don't even know if they bought the worsted version or the fingering weight. I don't know. But I'm sure someone had like a navy colourway. Maybe it had sold out by the time we got there, because I don't remember them seeing a navy.
No.
Or whether I just like glanced at it in a bag and didn't quite register the colour properly, because my brain was clearly not functioning very well at the time. But yeah, I like it. Camera cut off, and it was probably for the best.
Because we were talking about your yarn purchase.
But I'd already rambled about that anyway, so moving on.
We're moving on.
Moving on, what are you knitting?
Okay. I'm knitting a baby blanket at the moment. It's Augustin's number... Was it number 1? I think it was number 1.
I have no idea.
It's a circular baby blanket. You won't be able to see much, but I'm working on that. And I'm using Icelandic yarn. I'm using Einband, which is like really like a lace weight, very rustic yarn. And I'm hoping that this is just gonna be like a nice heirloom for the baby.
It'll be very satisfying to block it out.
Yes.
Because obviously it's the type of lace that looks like an egg carton beforehand.
Yeah.
It's like one of those toys that you pot, the silicone things that you like fiddle with.
Yeah.
I like kids' toys. And then it'll all very satisfying. You should do before and after.
I think I will do. I think it's gonna be nice. Once it's blocked out, obviously
very
it's
pretty.
not.
And it'll grow like 10 million times.
Yeah. Yes, I will
Give or
probably.
take.
Give or take. I'll block it aggressively. I love blocking stuff. I block everything with pins and was it cables or what are they called?
I don't know.
Steel.
I don't use anything. I just plonk it on a dry mat and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice knitting. Is that all you've got on the go at the moment?
And I've got a pair of
that
socks.
sock that you kept going back and forth over the heel. You managed to be on that heel flap for a real long time.
It was just one evening, and I was not in the best mood for knitting.
Not in the best frame of mind for knitting, maybe. It's quite ambitious.
No, I turned the heel.
Of Prosecco in.
I turned the heel, and I'm kind of not sure if I have enough stitches on there or not. Like I didn't take the most precise notes on the first one, but it looks alright. So I think I'm just good. I think I should just continue and not worry about it. But yeah, they're just like plain. My standard plain socks, just like some ribbed socks, nothing special. What are you knitting on?
Sock.
One sock.
A new design, I don't know what it's called. Using Susan Crawford vintage yarn, Bloom sock, I think it's called. I bought it at Yarndale.
Is it vintage or is it just called vintage?
Just called that. Like she started with vintage patterns, but
okay.
Now that's like the name of that.
Sorry, that was a stupid question.
No, it's alright. It's alright. No silly questions here. Only the ones I come out with. Yeah, just so it's mostly a rib sock. Obviously, they look really, really bloody weird. It looks like a golf club cover. But
do you want a sock blocker?
Maybe that would be a good idea.
All right, I'll be back.
Shall I wait?
No,
I feel weird talking now on my own. She'll be back. Yeah, so I started this on the way here, hoping that I would finish a pair of socks. I don't know where I got this idea from, or why I thought it would be possible, because you'd think I would have learned by now, but I haven't. Hoping that I would finish the pair of socks and photograph them while I was here. That's not going to happen, given that my flight is at like 9 AM tomorrow. But I've nearly finished one sock, and I did finish half a sleeve of this. So, yeah, cast on the train to the airport on the way here. Wait, which way is it? Made decent progress, I guess. It's colour work around the top, so that would like poke out of the top of your boot. That is the idea. Because I realised I've got a lot of knitted socks, but a lot of them are variegated or quite wacky, and I like a solid sock as well. So I've used colour work around the top, just a tubular rib, a tubular cast on into 2x2 rib, and then this technique that kind of is like a braid, but is a lot less faffy than a braid to do. So that will be explaining the pattern. It's really quite simple but effective, I would like to think. And then colour work around here, that's just like normal colour work, and then another braid. And then my favourite heel construction, I'm not far off done, I must have done a few rounds while I've been sat here yapping. Oh, that's my shoulder. Yeah, my favourite heel construction, that is a short row heel. It's quite good showing it on sock blockers actually, but with an extra bit of shaping, like an extra mini gusset here. Don't know why I'm looking at the camera to see if it's in focus, because I haven't got my glasses on and I can't see. That general direction. Tell me if I go blurry. Yeah, so that it gives a little bit of extra room around the heel and the instep, which is the same kind of technique that I used on my after hours socks and sun up socks. Because I like the look of a short row heel. I think they look more like a store-bought sock than a heel flopping gusset. I like how they look, but I don't like how they pull across the arches or around the heel. So this is my solution. And then the foot's just like plain. Yeah. We decided, didn't we? What's wrong with me? Concluded that not to bother with contrast toes, I don't think.
No, I think it distracts from the rib design. Are you going to continue to rib until the toe, or are you going to stop?
No, I think just do a stocking stitch.
Stocking stitch for the toe.
Just like a normal toe. I don't think I'm going to do anything fussy.
Okay.
What size are these sock blockers, do you know?
I would say they're size... I don't know. I think they're... but I think they're size 6. UK size 6, because they're
that's generally like average.
They're like a medium size. I think they were available in small, medium, large. It's like medium.
Okay.
And they usually fit my socks really well. Like these are the socks that I've knit, and they're like a UK, maybe a UK 5.
Okay. So I'm probably not far off then, am I? I need to try them on. I'm a size 6.
Yeah, but you could probably start with the toe soon.
Yeah.
Because these are UK 5 and
I need to make sure I'm not stingy with it though, that I don't like get impatient and start it too soon, and then because then the heel gets pulled down and it looks stupid. Yeah, maybe no, don't know. Onwards.
So that's what we're knitting on at the moment.
Oh, and I need to knit the sleeves on that cardigan, but I'll deal with that another day. As is my catchphrase. That's a bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, a lot
of bridges left to cross.
A lot of bridges left to cross. Okay, so that's what we're knitting. That's what we bought. Quite a bit that we already covered. We're going to talk about a few more questions that we got. I don't think that we're gonna answer.
Did we get many questions?
No, we didn't get that
popular?
many. No, absolutely not. I think
you might have sat a bit far that way. Scooch. Or maybe you adjusted the camera.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
You can't see us anyways.
I can see blobs on the screen, that's about all I can see.
So, did you get to know each other, because Anastasia was a test knitter for Lily?
Yes.
Yes.
We did.
That's how we met. We figured out the first one that I tested was the Lithen sweater.
Yeah, which is end of 2020.
Yeah.
So about just under 3 years ago.
Yeah, I was still living in the UK myself, and just
we got chatting.
We got chatting, but not that much actually, just like a little bit.
Yeah, and then you test knit quite a few more times after that.
Yeah, I did poisoned after that, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And the coat.
And some more.
Done a few more.
Yeah.
Abydos. Can't even remember what else I've
Calm Down, this one, but
this
I didn't manage to finish that in time.
The piping hot one that we wore at Rybeck.
Yeah.
But quite a few,
Yeah.
So we were just like, we have a lot in common.
We have a lot in common.
And then every time you post a photo of something, I'm like, I've got that coat. And then I posted a picture and it's like, I've got that tripod. And we have all the same things, and it's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, but you find I've met so many interesting people through knitting.
Yeah.
And not just like, we have knitting in common. Like, we either have loads in common and it's like just coincidence, like with the horsey stuff.
Yeah.
Or just interesting people.
I think so.
There's just such a good bunch.
Yeah, knitters are cool. So that's how we met.
That's how we met.
And also,
I feel very lucky to be here.
Aww,
thank you for having me.
Anytime.
I will be back. I will take you up on that. It's very nice here. Of course, you are welcome to come and stay as well. Come and visit me.
So, was it the first time you met in real life? No, it was not.
No, but we only met for like a day.
Like an afternoon.
Yeah, when me and Kiliana were in London last year when it was a heat wave and it was 38 degrees in London and it was disgusting.
I crashed your party.
You didn't crash.
No.
You were invited. You just happened to be. You weren't living in the UK at the time.
No, I was not.
You were living in Iceland and just happened to be in London.
I was on a work trip and it was just convenient that I was around the corner and we met and went out We just walked around for.
We walked around. We did not choose the right area of London to walk around because we ended up somewhere where there was absolutely nothing. Like, why did we go to that patch? I don't know. And then it was really busy and hot. So it was a very different experience to here. We've had a much more pleasant time here.
Yeah.
Not to say that we don't like Kiliana. Of course we do. Had a better time without you. No, that's really
That's
mean.
not true.
That's not true at all. But it was a disgustingly stressful, hot day.
It was very horrible in London. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll all be reunited plus Naomi in Barcelona next month. So yes.
And I haven't met Naomi in real life yet.
No,
so it's gonna be fun. But I've met her a few times on Zoom, so that's fun. So that was the first, not the first time. What are your favorite yarn or yarn weight at the moment?
Well, I feel like if I said favourite yarn weight, I'm knitting with chunky and 4-ply at the same time here, so neither's going to be a genuine answer there. What was the question again?
What's your favourite yarn or yarn weight?
Well, I've been using my own yarn quite a bit lately, which of course I'm going to say that's nice. It's quite nice.
It's quite nice.
It is
it's really soft.
Yeah. So I've really been enjoying that.
That's,
I'm excited.
What's that? Worsted weight.
Worsted weight. Yeah. So the same weight as this, but I wouldn't normally use other worsted weight yarns because that feels a bit like weird.
Cheating on
my own yarn.
Yeah.
But it's obviously different. Like it's got a completely different texture, so that's fine.
But what is yours? Yours is
90% merino and 10% suri alpaca. So it's slightly different. It's got a bit of fuzz as well.
And what kind? You have a lot of colours, don't you?
24 now.
24. And when did that happen?
I feel like I'm being interviewed now. No.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago now. I've not had a chance to use them yet because the new colours all arrived when I was mid-project.
Okay.
In one of the existing colours. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using them. Got 8 new ones. Some dark, some light, some brighter colours. Branched out from like my usual colours a little bit. So looking forward to using those. But I'm also excited now that I've just gone and bought 21 skeins of. Do you call them a skein? What are we calling them? A plate? Because this is something very different for me. So, that was a crack. So I'm going to use these soon as well.
Yeah.
What was the question? Your favourite yarn weight?
Yarn weight, yeah.
That probably is about my favourite actually, kind of worsted weight.
Yeah.
That knits up quickly enough that you can see you've made a decent amount of progress in one day.
Yeah. Is that heavier than DK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between a DK and an arrow.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's not super.
It's not Aran.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's like Goldilocks spot.
Yeah.
How about you?
I really love DK weight yarn at the moment. Like this one. Love that one.
It's really nice yarn though.
And the one that I used for the gilpin for the piping hot sweater, that was such a nice experience.
I love that
Both
yarn.
of them are really nice. Like when I was knitting with this one with the, what is it called again?
BC Gun Loch Lomond.
Yeah. When I first knit with this one, I was like, okay, this is going to be like my to-go yarn. And then I got to try, I just bought the gilpin, and it was really lovely as well. So
they're both really nice.
I'm loving DK weight yarn at the moment, but then I bought some chunky yarn. So is that chunky? No.
It knits up as a lightweight chunky, I would say. This is on a 6mm needle and it's not dense. So it's on the finer side of chunky.
I probably knitted it up in 6.5.
That's a 7, so that's a more airy fabric.
Oh yeah.
So you can kind
of go.
That
might be a little bit too airy.
Yeah, split the difference.
Yeah.
6.5. Oops.
Yeah. So
what else have we been asked?
Favorite knitted sweaters. Do you have one of your favorites? Do you have one?
Of my own?
It doesn't say.
Just favourite sweater?
Favourite knitted sweaters. Ooh. Which one do you wear the most?
Wear the most? Probably my piping hot one at the moment actually.
Yeah.
It feels very me. Like I like the combination of its a relaxed shape and the nice detail.
Absolutely.
So it is not actually my most recent. I've done my surpass sweater as well. That's still in testing. But I think that's my favourite at the moment.
I love my piping hot at the moment. I wear it a lot. And I love, it's not a sweater but it's a cardigan. I love the calm down cardigan.
Yeah.
It's like I chuck it into my suitcase wherever I go and just like throw it on in the evening when I'm just want to chill, or even when you want to like go out a little bit more fancy, just put a nice top beneath. Like it dresses up really well.
Yeah, it looked really nice how you wore it today with the jacket over and the scarf and everything. We took some pictures at the beach.
Oh yeah, really nice. And like I love it. Like even with like a leather skirt or something, you can really dress it up, but you can also dress it down. So what else? There's some people who are just like excited for us to film. Thank you.
Hope we haven't bored you.
Somebody has said a long one, please. I think
we've ticked that box.
I think we ticked that box.
You can talk for England.
Dream project, if any. Oof. No.
Oof.
I don't have any.
I don't particularly have
No, I usually go from like month to month, just what inspires me.
I don't have like a dream to make a huge project or anything like that, I don't think.
I think it's different for you because you design your own sweaters or your own projects, so but I don't have like I don't want to like do some crazy color work or something. I'm just
No. That's a boring answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
we're just going with the flow, I think.
Boring's what you're getting.
No, I wouldn't say boring, but like
no,
we
I don't have like a dream goal item in mind.
I think
a lot of people say like, oh, they'd make a knitted wedding dress or something, don't they? But
yeah,
I don't think I would.
No.
I mean, maybe I will one day, but no, I've worn a lot of wedding dresses and they're nice to wear as they are. I don't think I'd try. Sometimes I think you can get carried away with wanting to knit things that knitted fabric is actually not ideal for.
Yeah.
Knitting is perfect for sweaters and cardigans and hats and everything. I personally don't think it's perfect for things like dresses, shorts, skirts. You get a saggy butt. I don't want to do it. So I don't particularly have like great aspirations to make anything other than variations on the standard. So,
but I think that's why we match
so well. Words at some point.
No, I think that's why we match so well with our taste, because we both knit for our wardrobe. We don't knit for a certain trend or anything. Like we usually knit something that we want to wear and that we can combine with our.
And we have very similar taste.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean, I've stolen your clothes like every day I've been here. No. I wore your skirt thingy.
Oh yeah.
And then what? Nice. Oh, and then I stole your fleece yesterday.
Oh wow.
Oh, and your sweater.
That was stylish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else? Your desert island yarn, gun to your head if you had to choose one. Only one.
I think I've been asked this before, can't remember when, but my answer remains the same, that I would probably say silk mohair. Because you can make a lot of different fabrics with it. I've definitely been asked this before. You can either make an airy gauzy fabric, or you can make quite a structured thing if you hold multiple strands together. And I like working with quite lightweight yarns. That's why I'm looking forward to working with this Plutolopi actually. That when a finished item isn't going to be super heavy and just drag itself down, then you can have things like pleats like this, or you can use a lot more structural techniques when the fabric will have a bit more body and not just be like blah. So I think, if you can only ever work with one, if I'm sat on a desert island looking for something to do, I think that is what I would go for.
I'm not too sure. I like your answer.
We'll have to think of your own. You can't steal my answer.
I'm not too sure. I haven't thought about it. I'll leave that for another time.
Next episode. You're knocking on your door.
When it comes to it.
Cross that bridge when it comes. This has become the.
Nobody is holding a gun to my head at the moment. So come on.
Sorry, I'm like sat on you.
That's alright. You can sit on me. Okay, last one. Where do you find inspirations for color choices? And that's another question by Cookie Knits.
Hi, Ira.
She asked a few questions.
At the moment, I'm quite liking. Well, this was my dilemma today. Like, I like picking combinations that are a little bit, clashy. Not that this is exactly groundbreaking or reinventing the wheel, but no, that's the wrong phrase, isn't it? My brain's not working. Not that I'm, exactly Einstein here. But yeah, going with something that's a little bit of a clash just to set a palette off. I don't know, I'm talking rubbish. That's why I wanted the bright red in the Lopi, even though it sort of doesn't quite go. But I don't feel like I'm very adventurous with colour combinations.
But I think like your piping hot sweater was definitely like an adventurous choice.
Yeah.
By taking like such
like
vibrant
this kind
colours.
of high saturation, low contrast thing. I quite like.
But that worked really well.
Yeah, and then I guess I'm doing similar here because this is like
Yeah.
pink and orange. Not that you can probably see that in the slightest, but it is there.
I think the colour choice that you did for piping on it, I obviously copied just reverse. That worked really well.
Yeah. Have I done anything with asking for where I get inspiration? I don't think I've done anything particularly noteworthy with colour combinations.
I would say so. Like no, I usually go for colours that suit my skin tone. I want to say like I like to go for like warm tones.
Yeah, which
browns,
is why I normally
greens.
pick very different colours to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not warm skin toned at all. Maybe I've got to get you wearing bright red cool tones.
Maybe you should.
Maybe we need to do a reversal.
Yeah. I didn't even try on your piping hot.
I know. We missed a trick there.
We missed a trick.
We might have to do it.
Yeah. Don't know when.
I don't know when. I'll have to come back. I forgot the question.
Where do you get the inspiration for your colour choices? Yeah, so basically
I'm just boring with them, so I don't think there's a very interesting answer I can give to that question. I think I'm pretty classic with my colour combinations usually, and then the odd one that's like a bit clashy.
Yeah. But I think generally, again, you try to pick colours that work well with your wardrobe, and that makes it look so good, I think.
Yeah, I generally, I think, go for either quite soft and neutral colours or bright.
Yeah.
Like, I don't tend to go for like sort of muddy greens like we were saying today. Quite clear colours usually. Well, that's not a very good answer, but I don't think I've got a very good answer in me at this point in time, so I think we best just wrap it up.
I think so. I
don't think I'm achieving anything.
And I think we've answered all the questions.
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to stop talking.
Yeah, probably for the best for everyone involved. When did I put that marker on?
When we were in the coffee shop and we said you need to knit another inch, and you've knitted more than an inch. So you
okay, right. It is time to wrap up then.
Yeah. You've knit a lot, while I was just sitting here rambling. I can't knit and talk at the same time.
Well, you can't knit that and talk, definitely not. That's
a
bit fussy. Okay, this is my last night in Iceland. I will be back if you'll have me.
Yeah, Lily can come back anytime.
I've had the best time.
I had the best time. So hopefully you enjoyed our most chaotic vlogs and our very, very badly lit podcast.
Well, I think if this one was chaotic, then, well, I mean, the last vlog I did was in Copenhagen with Kiliana, and that was somewhat chaotic. And the next trip...
I don't think so. I think it was super cute.
It felt chaotic at the time. And our next trip will be all of us.
All of us.
So that will be chaotic, I'm sure.
That will for sure be.
We've got an Airbnb for 4 of us. It's really cute, actually, the Airbnb, so we're going to probably film there in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Excited?
That's super cool. It's only 3 weeks away, so that's crazy.
Not long to wait.
No.
We'll be reunited soon.
Yeah. So that's it from us tonight, I think.
Thank you for watching us talk nonsense.
Yeah, if the first part will be on your
vlog,
the first vlog will be on Lily's YouTube. What's your YouTube handle?
Just Lily Kate Makes.
Lily Kate Makes, easy. Instagram as well, isn't it?
It's Lily Kate Makes.
Perfect.
And you'll be free your sheep on everything.
On everything.
Okay. That be us.
That'd be us. Thank you for watching. Bye. And thank you for saying hi at Rybeck. Yes. It was so cool.
There was quite a lot of people came and said hi. I was excited.
So cool. We were like so excited. And we obviously also recognized a lot of people. That was cool. Yeah.
We were like, ah! Well, that was me squealing all day.
So if you see us in Barcelona, please say hi. It's so fun to talk to you.
You'll get squealed at. I'll try to keep the picture a bit more normal. Right, we're going now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.